All right, good afternoon, everyone. Last time, we have discussed the different concepts and processes in the policy making. So, pinag-usapan natin last time yung about sa uh, policy process framework and then policy cycle. Under policy cycle, tapos na natin yung dalawa. Ang isusunod natin is the policy implementation. So, last time, pinag-usapan natin yung problema and agenda. And then, paano gumawa ng draft, mag-formulate ng draft, and then, anong nangyayari talaga sa Kongreso, ano yung proseso, paano sila nagkakaroon ng ng batas, paano yung bill nagiging batas. This time, kapag meron ng batas, paano naman ini-implement? So yun ang pag-uusapan natin under this presentation. So let's talk about policy implementation. Kanina magulo, ngayon meron ng policy. Ang daming proseso, pero ngayon, approved na. Ngayon, paano natin i-implement? So, policy implementation is the process of translating a policy into actions and presumptions into results through various projects and programs. It involves the transformation of physical, financial, and intellectual resources into service delivery outputs in the form of facilities and services. There are three main activities in policy implementation: organization, interpretation, and application. Pag sinabi nating organization, syempre, anong i-organize mo? It's the organization of resources or the establishment of resources, offices, and methods for administering a program. Interpretation. Interpretation means translating the program's language into plans, directives, and regulatory requirements. Typically, it's found in a law uh, or regulation into language that those affected can understand. Ginagawa yan na mga administrative agencies. Anong ginagawa nila? How do they interpret the law? They create implementing rules and regulations or the IRR. So lahat ng batas mayroong IRR. So kung wag kang mag-base doon sa national law na yung buong yung ay general na policy document. Mag-base ka doon sa implementing rules and regulation na ginawa ng administrative agency. So doon kasi mas detalyado yung batas. Baka pag binasa mo yung batas, yung galing sa Congress, ano to, magkaroon ka ng ibang interpretation. So, kailangan basahin mo yung IRR. Doon mo makikita yung mga specifics ng batas. Parang mga LTO, no? Sila yung mga gumagawa ng batas in relation to the national law, yung batas na galing sa national. So, meron silang mga IRR. Meron din silang mga, based doon sa IRR, gumagawa ulit sila ng additional uh, orders, administrative orders. Gaya ng bagong plaka, di ba? O kaya gaya ng dapat uh, bawal ang tsinelas sa nagmumotor o kaya tricycle. So, dapat naka-vest lahat, di ba? Daming mga interpretation ng batas. So, visibility. Application. Application is the routine provision of services, payments, or other agreed program objectives or instruments. In other words, policy implementation depends on the development of the program details to ensure that the policy goals and objectives will be attained. So, under policy implementation, there are two approaches being used. So, una is the top-down approach. Pangalawa is the bottom-up approach. Top-down theories see policy designers as the central actors and concentrate their attention on the factors that can be manipulated at the central level. So policies under top-down approach, policies are designed and controlled mainly by national leaders or central government. So galing sa national government, sila din ang mag-implement, diba? Focus is on how the policy makers at the top decide and push policies downward. So for example, the national government passes the K-12 education law. Sino nag-implement nun? The national agency, the Department of Education. The Department of Education sets the curriculum and rules, and schools must follow exactly. In here, the central policy designers or the central policy makers are in charge with implementation. Pag sinabi naman nating bottom-up approach, policies are shaped and adjusted by what? The local implementers who actually carry them out. Ang focus naman ito is on local administrators. and street level bureaucrats. Sino-sino yung mga street level bureaucrats? Teachers, social workers, police officers. So yung focus niya are on these administrators and bureaucrats who apply the policy in real life. For example, a local barangay implements the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program or the 4Ps. Even if the national government designed the program, barangay workers decide how to identify families, schedule payouts, and check compliance. So galing sa taas, pero ang nag-i-implement ay sa baba, ang local barangays. Here, the local implementers play the main role. So, ganun ang approach ng bottom-up approach. So, top-down, sila din ang nag-implement, mga national agencies. Bottom-up, mga local government units na. So, simple as that. Next one, kapag na-implement na yung batas, nagtatapos na ba doon? Siyempre, hindi. Kailangan merong check and balance. Papasok dyan ang evaluation. So, the evaluation is the systematic collection and analysis of information to make judgments about the context, activities, characteristics, or outcomes of one or more domains of the policy process. There are types of policy evaluation. Una is administrative evaluation. Pag sinabi nating administrative evaluation, it examines the efficient delivery of government services. Typically, for example, is checking if, for example, yung mga vaccines natin dati, checking if vaccines really reach all barangays on time. Yung mga pinondohang bakuna noon, nung pandemic. Siyempre, ang administrative evaluation is they check kung pumunta nga ba talaga yung bakuna sa mga barangay. Diba? Technical in nature and requires collection and precise information or evidence on service delivery. So papasok diyan yung ano to, COA, diba? Kung naibigay ba talaga o nagawa ba talaga, yung pondo ba talaga nagamit o kaya naayos ba talaga. Judicial evaluation. Pag sinabi natin judicial evaluation, it checks if government programs are legal. So it looks for what? It examines the legal issues in which government programs are implemented. It checks if government programs are legal. It looks for conflicts between government actions and constitutions. So, meron ng judicial question, legal question kumbaga, dun sa nangyaring implementation. Concerned with possible conflicts between government actions and constitutional provisions. Gaya nung alin? Gaya nung mga flood control projects na yan, di ba? Judicial evaluation. Bakit? Kasi may mga legal issues. May mga ano to, problema pagdating sa implementation. At nagsisimula yun sa mga programa ng gobyerno. And it looks for conflicts between government actions and constitution. What else? Yung confidential funds. Diba? Ang daming mga conflicts between those policies, the implementation of the distribution of confidential funds. What else? Yung impeachment trials. It looks on its legalities. Legal bang mag-impeach ng 4 na beses? Sabi ng Supreme Court, hindi constitutional yan, unconstitutional yan. So, ganon. Political evaluation. Sinabi natin political evaluation may be undertaken by anyone with interest in political life. So, kung meron kang kakilala na politiko, doon sa kongreso, nag-open sila ng iba't ibang issue para lang may mapag-usapan. Kasi nga, more on politics, para lang i-down ng isang politiko, para lang bigyan ng issue at wag nang iboto ng tao. Diba? Political evaluation, something na nagpapatawag sila ng kunyari, ng mga builders, yung mga contractors, para lang yung tingin ng tao doon mapunta, and then ang issue pala doon, meron silang political concern. Meron pala silang politics na ini-impose na yung tipong more on politics lang. Labanan sa politika. Pag sinabi nating political evaluation, anyone interested in politics maybe do it. So, bigla-bigla na lang lumalabas yung mga issue na hindi naman dating lumalabas. Kasi nga, pina-open yan ng kongreso ng mga politiko. sometimes it is often biased or one-sided, used to call a policy or success or failure. Sometimes pag nagpapatawag sila, pwede nilang sabihin na failure yung implementation ng policy na to. Kailangan nating pag-usapan, kailangan nating imbestigahan. Inherently partisan, one-sided and biased attempts to label a policy success or failure, followed by demands for continuation or change in the policy. Dahil hindi mo kapartido, abay, magko-comment ka ng marami. Pero kapag kapartido mo, silent ka lang. Di ba? Pansin nyo ba sa mga issues ngayon? The opposition may say a project is a waste, while allies calls it a big success. Di ba? So sa opposition, sabihin nila ay waste yung mga flood control projects na yan. Sa mga allied parties naman, syempre sasabihin nila, ay success yan kasi mas madami ang naging successful na flood control projects kaysa sa mga may anomalya. Yung iba hindi na umiimik kasi nga may political interest. Systematic policy evaluation. It compares results to see what changes are due to the policy or program. It involves comparison design to estimate what changes in individual behavior or societal condition can be attributed to the policy or program. Ang tanong dito is, what happened because of the policy versus what would have happened without it? So, ano ba yung nangyari after ma-implement yung policy? At kung ano ang nangyari kung wala yung policy. So systematic policy evaluation kung saan nagkakaroon na siya ng policy assessment in a way na yung impact ng policy. So example, measuring if giving cash aid reduce poverty. So yung mga programang AKAP, yung mga programang ano pa yung isa, yung naglilinis, tupad, di ba? Pag nagbibigay ka ba ng cash, mas mababawasan yung poverty o mas lalo silang nagiging tamad, 'di ba? So, I think wala na yung AKAP, hindi na pinundohan. I'm not sure. Pero may narinig akong ganung issue eh. So, parang ganun example lang na kung saan uh, yung mga programa, yung pagbibigay ng cash assistance, naging effective ba? So, kailangan nilang magkaroon ng evaluation doon. In the form of what? Siyempre, magre-research yan. Kakaroon ng research para masabi na yung ano to, yung policy na yun ay may napuntahan. So, to cut the story, to summarize it, yung pinagkaiba ng apat na yun, administrative, judicial, political, systematic. Pag sinabi nating administrative, pinag-uusapan natin doon yung efficiency. Pag sinabi naman natin ng judicial, pinag-uusapan natin yung legality. So, meron bang legal issues? Sa administrative, na-implement ba, nagawa ba, na-provide ba sa mga beneficiaries? Pag political, pag mga opinions yan and biases. Systematic evaluation, yun naman yung cause and effect evidence. So, yun yung mga iba't ibang klase ng policy evaluation.